Ladies and gentlemen, we have Unit 3, Lesson 4, Terminating and Repeating Decimals. Our target for today is writing positive and negative fractions as decimals. Our vocabulary is terminating decimal, repeating decimal, bar notation, and rational number. Okay. A terminating decimal is one that ends within a certain number of digits past the decimal. So for instance, a terminating decimal would be like 1/4, which equals 0 and 25 hundredths. A repeating decimal would be something like 1/3, which is 0.333, and it goes on forever. Bar notation is putting the bar above the repeating set of digits. Now, there are times where the numbers that are repeating could be 2 or 3 numbers long. So it could be 0.673, 673, 673. So you would put that bar over the 6, the 7, and 3, just like this. So that shows that all 3 numbers are repeating. Okay. We're going to ignore the quick check for right now. This is a guess, check, and revise strategy that we're going to go through during class. And we're going to focus down at the vocabulary portion down at the bottom. Any number that can be written as a fraction is called a rational number. Every rational number can be written either as a terminating decimal, like our 1/4, or a repeating decimal, to indicate the number of pattern that repeats indefinitely. Use bar notation. Bar notation is a bar that is placed over the digits that repeat. Okay. Take a look at the top, next page. What we're going to do is we're going to write 5/12 as a decimal. Okay. So you know how to write fractions as decimals. You take the top number and you divide it by the bottom number. Okay. We do that. 5 divided by 12 equals 4, 1, and then you get a 6 repeating. So when we do our bar notation, it'll look like this. We have 416 thousandths with the bar over the 6. That's all that you're doing. The bar only goes over the 6 because the 6 is the only thing that's repeating. Now when you look at your calculator, you'll know that it's repeating because the last digit will be rounded. Okay? For instance, you see how these are all 6s, and the last digit is a 7. You know that they rounded it up because they run out of room on the front of the calculator. Example 2. Writing a -2 2/3 as a decimal. First thing we need to do is take it and turn it into an improper fraction. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So remember to keep the negative sign in front. We have a -8/3. When we divide -8 divided by 3, keep the negative sign in front, then divide 8 by 3. So when you go through that, you're going to get 2.6 repeating. That's a negative. Just keep the negative sign in front. So I have -2 6/10 repeating. I want you to try example 3 on your own. Pause the video now and go ahead and go through that. All right, now Frankie made 34 out of 44 free throws this season. To the nearest thousandth, which is 3 digits past the decimal, what is his free throw average? So we take our calculator, we divide 34 divided by 44, and you'll notice we get 0 and 7, 7, 2, 7, 2, 7, 2, 7, repeating. So all that we do is we take and round to the nearest thousandth. We 0.772, and our bar notation is there. Okay. So we have 772 thousandths with the bar going over the 7.2. Okay. All right, that's all that we have for this lesson. So you need to make sure that you understand the difference between a terminating decimal and a repeating decimal. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.